then when I'm done working out, I just need to come in and get cherry juice and chocolate milk.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, what else do I need? I need paprika. I need a wine box. Hey, Stacy, how are you? I'll be right back. I need a wine box to transport you all on. What else do I need? A knife. A jar. A big jar. Okay, so I'm just trying to get the ingredients together for our beet kvass, which is the first recipe we're going to do today. So, you're awfully far away. I can't reach you. I forgot to share it out, you guys. Hold on one second. No, go back the other, go away, go away, go away. Stella, right now, of course, she has to start to bark. Come on in. The kitchen is open. All right, I'm sharing it out, you guys. If you would do the same thing, share. That's my new thing. Oh, am I frozen? Hey, Tim, I'm just sharing it out. See? All right. The kitchen is open. All right, there's that. And then I only have like I think it's 90 Twitter followers, so I'm not really concerned about that. But if you want to tweet it out, you can do that. So we're going to start with our beet kvass. I'm going to bring it right over here in a second. And we're going to have to rinse, do all that stuff. The last couple of times I've made beet kvass, it's been a red beet kvass. And today what we're going to do is an orange ginger. I need the ginger. An orange ginger, not only orange, but orange beets. Orange ginger beet kvass with turmeric. And I'm going to use, even though I don't like turmeric, I know it's good for me. Who said hello? Mama Goonie, hello. Good to see you. Even though I don't necessarily like turmeric, it's really good for me. So hold on one second. And the last thing I need, as soon as I go live, you guys, every single time, my nose starts to run. Every single time. Okay, so let's start off the right way. Get you up over here. Yes, that's my light. Gonna get you looking at the sink. Oops, looks like I need it. I'll be right back. And first of all, I'm going to disinfect my sink. Tim, hey, Jill's Comfort Zone, how are you? Trish loves dogs, good to see you. Glad you guys came. I'm just disinfecting my sink a little bit, and then we're gonna get to work on the beets, because today we are doing two things. We are making an orange ginger beet kvass, not only with oranges and ginger, but also with turmeric. So an orange ginger beet kvass. Look at those beets. With orange ginger beet. Wow, powerful. Ooh, ooh, that's really getting me. So orange ginger beet kvass with turmeric, and then we're going to go on to the Hungarian. That's from my makeup. The Hungarian goulash. Okay. So hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for coming. I'm excited about the Hungarian goulash because I haven't had it since, I don't know, maybe the beginning of our marriage. And it used to be one of my mother's very favorite dishes, along with her mac and cheese and her shepherd's pie. This is another one of hers. But what we're going to do is take that recipe and, ooh, the vinegar. Let those sit for a couple minutes. What we're going to do is take that recipe and kick it up to a vegetarian 21st century recipe. So even though TVP has been around since, the 80s, I just started reusing this product again. Oh, I don't have that plugged in. I started using this product again because you can flavor it to taste like anything you want to. And today I have a beef flavored base that isn't actually beef. It's just a base that tastes like beef. So a beef flavored base that we will soak the TVP with. And then we will drain that out, and that'll be our meat. So that'll be our protein. Also, we're not going to put Parmesan in it. I know that is traditional if you're going to use a cheese to use Parmesan, but I'm going to use pepper jack because I like the heat. So I'm hungry too. Can't beat those beets. That's right, Mama Goonie. Beet. Okay. Stacy Turner, I use mushroom base, which gives it a meaty taste. Yes. And I'm going to use this stuff. I'll bring you over there. So I have better than chicken. Okay. It's all a vegetable broth. And then, sorry, I'm trying to reach in here. And then this is the one I'm going to use. It's, if you can see it, let's see. There. Better than beef base. I like this stuff. Beets, yuck. Can you replace it with steak? You're so funny, Tim. Okay. All right. That's been 2 to 3 minutes, and that's actually good enough. So we're going to rinse those off. Tim, I used to not like beets, but I wish I could get that makeup off of there. Ooh, these are kind of dirty. I used to not like beets, but then I found a really great way to roast them. And then when you ferment them, they don't taste at all like you would expect. They have a little bit of an earthy flavor, but the sour and the sweet comes out, not the sour and the sweet, not the earthiness. Let me dry off these hands and I'll be right back. I also have to get some Kleenex. What's new? I'll be right. So I'm going to go get some Kleenex. All right. Stacy Turner, he won't eat many fermented foods either. Well, they're kind of, it's an acquired taste. It really is. So I can bring you with me. That way you don't have to stare at the light. So it's my messy house. Put you right here so you can see me chopping. I wish I could get y'all closer. I wonder if I can. I can. Okay. So we will have a successful chopping time right here. So I will be able to look at the chat because over here I have another computer and I'll just keep looking at it. But I'm going to do all my chopping right here. And I got us closer so you could see, but you won't see my face right now. I hope that's okay. All right. So let's get those beets cut up. Can you see that? Should I get a little closer? Woo! Oh, okay. And then I can do this too. There we go. Hi, how are ya? Oh boy, I've lost my mind. Okay, live, love, learn. Yes, yes, Trisha. You look great. Thank you, Mama Goonie. Oh my God, yes, the apron. See? Yeah, I bought that the same time I did my Teespring, but it's a different account. So you're gonna cut the top and the bottoms of these off. And then I'm not too terribly worried about this. It's been disinfected. I need a garbage bowl. So we're going to toast that. I'm going to cut the tops and bottoms off of all three of these. I'm not worried about gloves this time because this is not a red beet. This beet will stain, but I'm kind of brown anyway, so, you know. Jill's coming. I'm not a beet person either. You know, I got to tell you, if it depends on what your experiences are with beet. Okay, if I don't eat beets out of a can. That just is not, I won't do that. And then roasting beets, it has to be done a certain way, okay? If we're roasting it, it has to have balsamic vinegar so that it sweetens it up, and that vinegar takes the earthy flavor out. So if I just roasted it without anything on it, I wouldn't like them that much. And fermenting completely changes the flavor. There is a little bit of that earthiness, but it isn't as bad as you think it is. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. I had canned and I didn't like them, but fresh is a different taste. That is so true, Mama Goonie. So very true. All right. So I made it bigger for me, but not for you guys. Huh. Okay, well, let me just bring it closer then. Okay, I'm trying to give you a... Okay, that's what you see. All right, I get it now. Okay, so me too, Trisha. Can eat thin slices of it in a salad, but not too fond of them cooked. Yeah, I get that, you guys. Oh, so this has been sanitized. I'm just gonna dump my beets in as I go. Okay. No, you don't have to take the skins off. And yes, this is organic. Some people would say peel it, but then I wonder why they do that, because then you are peeling off all of the good bacteria. And the good bacteria is what is good for you. Once it starts to eat the sugars in the beet, and that's you start creating your probiotics. So not quite sure why you would peel the beet unless it was non-organic, and then you do have to start with some form of starter. Okay, get that in the jar. I wonder if I can bring the light down. Yeah, there we go. That brightens it up. Okay, same thing. Cut it in half. So you guys, this is really so many. Those of you, okay, let me try to get a sentence out. Many of you have seen me make beet kvass. Well, this, I will tell you, is the thing that I eat or I drink on a daily basis. It is my go-to gut tonic. it's something I can do every day. Whereas for me, eating sauerkraut to get the, let's try and make this as difficult as possible, okay? Trying to eat sauerkraut to get my probiotics every day, that's kind of difficult. I can't eat that much sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut, and the reason my channel is about sauerkraut is because it's where I started my fermentation journey. So that's why, again, if you wonder why beyond sauerkraut, well, my channel is about health and well-being, getting those probiotics to heal your gut and your immune system, and we go beyond that, right? So the other things I've done on my channel, of course, have been things like fermented carrots, fermented dill pickles, though the dill pickles didn't turn out the way I had hoped. I did it twice. The flavor was great, but each time I did it, the first batch was super mushy because I cut off the wrong end. Yes, I readily admit that now. The second batch was better, but they got hollowed out somehow. What's going on in the chat? You're welcome, Trish. Please go over and push the thumbs up. Yes, thank you very much, you guys. Hit that thumbs up. And go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. I love seeing the chat. There we go. I love seeing the chat. You guys, I'm going to lighten this up a little bit more. I'm going to add more light. There. I brought my umbrella lamp down a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. So, excuse me. You guys, I need something to drink. You'd think I was getting sick again, but I'm not. It's just allergies. Hold on one second. Okay, I have some beet kvass here that oh, nice. It's a big jar, so I'm going to pour myself a glass. So I have something to drink while I'm talking to you. Doesn't that look delicious? This is that mighty mango. I absolutely love it. I am so glad that I know how to do this for myself. It's like the champagne of kombucha. Though it's not kombucha, it's water kefir. And yes, you guys, just so you know, the correct way to say that, from what I understand, is kefir. But that doesn't fall out of my mouth very well. Water kefir. It feels weird, sounds weird. But I've also heard it kefir, kefir, kefir. And I think since we bastardized everything in the United States anyway, I'll just go ahead and keep calling it what I've always called it, which is water kefir. I think I need to sharpen my knife. The one thing about beets, though, is they're kind of hard to cut through with precision. Okay. Oh no! I'm losing some over the edge. Oh no! Jill's comfort zone. Loves dogs. Ooh, looks good. Yes, yes. Cheers. All right. Ginger. I had sanitized this by using apple cider vinegar earlier. So we're going to add about that much. And it just needs to be in like sizes, so it doesn't need to be super small. And because this is organic, ginger has that beautiful, a really healthy bacteria on it. That ginger, the ginger skin is really good for fermentation. Excellent for fermentation. Now, normally what I would do is do this into a jar and then or a bowl and then mix it all up. So I'm going to have to reach my hands in there a little bit and swish everything up. Yeah, cut that, get more exposure of the ginger. So I'm in a cooler climate, and what that means is I rarely need to use anything more than a 2% brine. If you are in a warmer climate, you may have to use more, and for some that would make beet kvass inaccessible, especially if you need to do low sodium. I did have elevated blood sugar for a while. I don't know what happened, or not blood sugar, excuse me, elevated blood pressure for a while. I'm not necessarily sure what happened, but a 2% salt brine is about the highest I can go. All right. I'm going to do some oranges. Now, I have in the past done oranges with the peels on, but these are conventional, and I don't want, even though I've washed these, I'm sure there's some pesticides still left on them, so I'm just not interested in that. Oh yeah, Tim, actually, this summer we did make beet kvass. We did make beet kvass martinis with it. Yeah, we made beet kvass martinis, and they were delicious. So that's not crazy. We did it both with the orange turmeric, and we did it with the. This is awfully pink, don't you think? I was seeing if it was a grapefruit. I accidentally picked up a grapefruit, but that'd be interesting too. Nope, that's an orange. It's just so pink. You see that? So I'm gonna cut those in half. So this will give it a nice citrusy flavor. Ferment that orange, get that more vitamin C out of it. So 9 in the house, 9 thumbs up. That's just gorgeous. Thank you guys very much. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to go get some turmeric and sprinkle it throughout. Sprinkle it throughout. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I just put it all in a jar. I might have to. This is actually a live stream because I may have to dump all this out, mix it up, and put it all back in because I need the turmeric to be at the bottom, and I forgot about that. So let's break this apart. Ooh, this is one of my favorite parts of an orange. Oh, this orange is delicious. It was expensive. I bought it from Whole Foods. So maybe this is organic. Maybe I'm okay. I don't know. Are you done?
No.
Oh, what's going on?
Huh?
What's going on?
We're gonna turn on the heater upstairs. I wanted to do that before.
Oh, okay. Troy's working out in the basement, and he's got to go upstairs. He's going to practice after this, so he's got to go upstairs and turn off the heater, or turn on the heater. So I am going to, thinking I was saving myself some time, ha ha ha, I was not. We're just gonna dump all this in here because I need the turmeric to be at the bottom. So put this aside and I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of turmeric. Now you could use fresh turmeric, but fresh turmeric for us up here is actually, I just want to do a tablespoon. Fresh tablespoon of fresh turmeric up here is $17.99 a half pound. So about $35 a pound. Mama Goonie, why at the bottom? Because when I put the water in, if I had it sprinkled throughout, it would float all to the top. So, excuse me. That's so good. So I mean, it'll eventually make its way up to the top, but this way I can get the cabbage leaf down over the top. I think I have a cabbage leaf. If not, I will figure something out. And if you don't remember, a 2% salt brine it didn't fall on the floor. A 2% salt brine is 19 grams of salt per quart. Okay. Now, and here in Minnesota, in St. Paul, I can use my tap water. Why turmeric in fruit? What does it do? Be real. Turmeric it's just another added layer to make this a good tonic for your body. So turmeric, it's going to ferment in here as a powder. Turmeric is now Stacy and Tim, you may have to help me with this, but turmeric is anti-inflammatory, it's an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, just like ginger. So we have ginger in here as well. Is that 2 quarts or is that over 2 quarts? That's 2 quarts. Okay. And I'm going to have to measure this. I'll get the better one. So I need 19 grams, you guys. And I need a vessel to get my 19 grams per quart, which is 38. 38 grams. So I need to zero that out. Okay. And unit. Come on. There we go, grams. All right. So first of all, let me fill my salt jar. There we go. This is our salt vessel. Okay. 20, so a tablespoon. I need 38. We're at 28, 31, 33, 35, 37, 38. 38, exactly. You guys look at this. 38 grams exactly. Whoa! Did I close you out? So 38 grams of salt. Whoops. Hi, who's in here? Stacy, be real. Good. Anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, helps boost your immunity. That is true. All of that. All of what Stacy said. Stacy's like a genius. So we're going to put this in here, and we're going to let it dissolve. And in the meantime, I can talk to you a little bit. This show should be, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? Let's see. Yes. So even if I don't use these full 2 quarts, I can save the rest for another ferment, but it'll still be, if it's dissolved all the way through, it'll still be a 2% salt brine. If I leave any at the bottom, it's not a 2% salt brine. So you have to make sure that it's all dissolved. And now, some people would say, go ahead and use whatever salt you like. I would not suggest black salt. I just wouldn't. And I don't like using Himalayan salt. The 2 ferments that I've had fail were because I used Himalayan salt. And I think it's because it's heavier, it's got more minerals, and I'm not sure what that does to the salt content. Stacy, be real. Full of questions. Go ahead, ask. That's what makes this chat interesting. It's when people sit back and like watch me and I start tripping on myself, that's when it's not good. Be real. Seriously, last week during my live stream, people were here but kind of not talking, and I was just talking to fill the air. And I missed a cord and I fell over that way. I knocked the lamp over this way. I hadn't live streamed in 2 weeks because I had the flu one time, and the week before, a week before that, I went someplace. I don't know. Did you guys hear that? What was that? It was like a bell or something that went off. I don't think it was from my computer. My computer doesn't make that sound. Okay. Edward Smart. Hello. Any good news on the strike? No, not yet. I guess they did. We're almost there, you guys. It's almost clear. I guess they did resolve 5 things, but the biggest issues out there, the mental health supports and the special ed and ELL supports, are still a big question. And that's really the bottom line. Those, to me, I don't know if I'm right about this, but to me, those are the bottom line proposals we have. So I don't know. So if you guys don't know this, Tim knows, I think Stacy probably overheard this or knows, our union has filed to go on strike on the 10th of March. We had been negotiating since May of last year, and neither side has budged. I think the problem is the priorities don't match up between the union and its members, what we're seeing in the schools, and in the district and its funding formula. So we are at an impasse. I will tell you, I'm fired up. I'm ready. I am ready to. We shall overcome. Yep. No, I am ready to be on the picket line. My classes, the hallways in our school, some of the behaviors I see, some of the really, really sad things I see in school tell me that I'm fighting for the right thing. I know the district is fighting for what they think is the right thing, and I think we all have the same goals, but okay, we are clear. I don't know if you can see that. There's no salt at the bottom, and it's clear. So I need to get a cabbage leaf, which means you can watch me walk over to the fridge. And sorry about my nose, you guys. I think it's because I talk so much and then my nose runs. Because when I get to talking at school as a teacher, which, you know, teachers talk way too much. But when I get to talking at school, my nose runs too. So, aha! I not only have cabbage, I'm excited about this, you guys. Totally excited. Really excited. I'm so excited. I'm actually feeling good. You know, that's just great. But this is what I'm excited about. Look at that. The top leaves of an organic cabbage. So what's going to happen is I'm going to fill this up with the brine. I'm going to fill this up with the brine, put the cabbage leaf on. Now, that was not a thorough wash of the hands, but I'm the only one who's going to be drinking this, so I'm not worried about it. Anyway, fill that up with the brine, put the fermentation weights, remember the sour stones. If you don't know what they are, I will show you that. And then I'll have the links down below once I get done with everything. I mean, once we're done with this live stream. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to fill this up. Just up to the top of the there we go. Up to the top. I wonder if I should use some sauerkraut starter. I could use, you know what? I can use some beet kvass. That's what I'll do. It's going to turn it a little pink and brown, but that's okay. So I have, this is the red beet kvass I made last time we did beet kvass. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of it as a starter, and it's not going to be pretty. This has no, it's not going to be pretty, but it will act as a starter. Oh, it's sinking right down to the bottom. Oh, I wish you could see this. That is so cool. It's like science. I was pouring it down the middle and it just sunk down to the bottom. I could put a little bit more in though. And this is that one that was super viscous because of the sugars in it. For some reason, our beets in Minnesota have more sugars. Like they've been sitting longer and they've gotten more starchy. So, all right. So here's some information for you. You see how there's white stuff on here? That actually isn't pesticides. Those are the natural yeasts that the cabbage carries with it. That's why cabbage is so easy to ferment, because it has so many natural yeasts just sitting there waiting to start eating stuff. What do we have going on? Mrs. T with the tea. Hello. Mama Goonie, these must be your folks. Please hit that like button. Yes, thank you so much. So I'm going to use 2 leaves. I'm going to press this down, and I'm going to use 2 leaves. This one's a little bit smaller. You may need to squeeze it to get it in there. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I tell my kids not to say when they're doing a presentation. Yeah. And yeah, so that's it. That's the end of my presentation. No. You can say, and thank you, that's the end of my presentation. Or you can say, well, don't do what I do. That's all she wrote, folks. Every now and then I'll sign off like that. That's all she wrote, folks. Okay, so I'm going to bring you up here a little bit so you can see. So I have all of that all of the ferment underneath the brine. And this has a little bit of air on it. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting a fermentation weight right there. I'm going to use my sour stones. So let me show you that brand again. Now, I've had this box and I've done several ferments with it. So this is sour stones. They're actually just glass fermentation weights. About to see you later. You have a good day. Bye. See you, Tim. Sounds like a speech teacher. Great lesson. Live, love, and yes. Yes. You know, I would love to be the 9th grade speech teacher. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 weights in here. So this is what, sorry guys. This is what they look like. Okay, and they're really heavy. So I'm going to put one down and press. So that center keeps the air out. Take the other one and press on the other side. This will keep all of that underneath the brine. Now you can see some of the red is coming up because it turned pink. Lady K, hello. How are you? Okay, and then we're gonna just fill this the rest of the way up with the brine. Okay, this is almost done. The one thing we have to do is add our lid, our fermentation lid. So this is a fermentation lid. This one, unfortunately, does not have a gasket. Like if you look at this one, there's a gasket in there, right? That makes it an airtight seal. This one, for a larger gallon jar or pickle jar, does not have that. So I have fashioned a way to do this. Hold on. Okay. I fashioned a way to do this so that I do get an airtight seal. And that is using my 3,000 feet. I bought this, you guys, I got this from Costco 3 years ago, and I still have over half of it left. It's 3,000 feet of stretch tight plastic wrap. So here's how I do it. I go just like that, right? I screw the lid on so it's airtight. And then I twist this around. This way I get an airtight seal and no oxygen can get in. Now you all are like, well, how can it do what it, how can it release its gases? Well, I'll show you. Remember, there's a hole at the top. So there's that. So it's got an external gasket. I take a chopstick, which I moved to the other room. I take a, oh, let me get the, hold on. Airlock, okay. So I take a chopstick, I pop an air hole in there, and that's what my airlock goes into. Okay. Just a little, oh, there we go. Felt it go right through that plastic. Yep. Yep, there we go. Okay. And then airlock means that the air will come up through here, right? And we're going to have some brine. Where do I do with the brine? Oh, right here. Take that brine and fill this. Okay. The air comes up through the tube. It pushes this cap thing we have in here. So I'll get you the other one. Okay. So this is a 3-part thing. The air comes up through this tube in here. There's water in there, and this happens. Then the air is pressed down because of this cap, because that's there. and it spews up through the holes here and exits the top where we have holes. Yeah? Does that make sense? You can use two-sided tape to make an inner seal. Yeah, I could do that, but then I'd have to buy something that I don't have. That's a good idea, though, Edward Smart. I already have 3,000 yards of this, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. All right, you guys. Okay, so this is going to go over into the fermentation station. Let me move the light out of the way. So all my ferments are right over here. I can unplug this, plug this back in. Yeah, you can see that, well, you can't see anything without light. So water kefir, which I'm going to do the third of my series of water kefir. You can see all the bubbles in there, perhaps. If you can't, let me bring it closer to my face. I don't know if you can see that. There's a ton of bubbles. I don't think you can see it. This is my second batch of coconut kefir. You can't really see it. It ferments and tastes like almost like a coconut milk soda, which I think sounds really weird, but it isn't. And then this is my sauerkraut right here that we did a couple weeks ago. And this is my new lid that I reviewed that I think I'm going to do a second review on because there are some issues with it. But this sauerkraut is, almost done. I like the lid. It's more of a problem than I thought. And then this is more beet kvass back here. So, Mama Goonie, remember everyone, don't ask about kombucha. Never knew that. If you would like to support this channel, yes. Okay, so kombucha. I killed my kombucha. How did I kill my kombucha? I forgot to go back to it. But I will show you something. So let's put this over here. Let's go ahead and look at, Troy, if you need to get in here, I'm going to go look at my apple cider vinegar. Troy just got done working out. So a couple months back, we started some apple cider vinegar together. And then a couple weeks ago, let me make sure it looks okay. Oh, perfect. So I thought that was a person. This is all our cowboy hats. We're all about cowboy hats. But I looked in the, I looked like this right here, and I thought there was a person standing there. Anyway, it's okay. We all have at some point have killed the fermentation project. Yeah, and then you know what happened to, Stacy, do you know what happened to my apple cider vinegar? I had plantains in the house, and they were, this is so gross. I had plantains in the house, and they were on the counter. I was trying to ripen them up. They were getting dark, and then suddenly fruit flies showed up, right? And then all of a sudden, all the fruit flies were gone. I was like, what? Great, the fruit flies were gone. And I was going to do an episode with, or a live stream with the apple cider vinegar. And it turned out that the fruit flies found the apple cider vinegar. So my apple cider vinegar mother, had larvae that had died in it. Oh God, it was so disgusting. And there were flies everywhere. Believe it or not, isn't that cool? Like magic. Fruit flies gone. Love that wall hanging. Oh, yeah. Hey, my sister did that. So remember, this is the anniversary. This week was the anniversary of my sister's passing. The day would have been Tuesday and the date was Thursday, but she did that. Isn't that beautiful? And then over here is my family. That's my dad. He was a minister. That's my mom. She was the mother of 6 kids. This is my oldest sister jumping off the dock, it's all dusty, you guys. The dock with my sister who passed away. There they are again having fun. And there's the cat. You guys can't see it very well. So that doesn't work either. Okay. So that's the cabin that we used to go to up on Island Lake. There's my sister. This is me right here. I was, I think, 8 years old, 9 years old. That's my hair. So I didn't come back here to do that. Lynx kittens. Lynx kitties are here. Your baby is one today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm doing dishes. Yes. Okay. So here's my SCOBY hotel. I don't think I'm ever going to make kombucha again, but they're still alive. But look at this, you guys. It finally developed a good mother. So when I make my next batch of apple cider vinegar, which I'll be doing soon, I take this layer, just like a kombucha SCOBY, and I put it over the top, and it protects all of the stuff underneath. Now, actually, this is the pellicle. This stuff down here, that is the mother. All of this is the mother. Okay? So, I know that's kind of gross, but I've got a really healthy apple cider vinegar that can be jarred up very soon. Lynx Acres, I switched, LOL. Oh, you're all over the place. All right. Oh, here's my mom and my dad again. Okay. So there's my dad when he got ordained. There's my mom and my dad after they got back from Germany, I believe. And there's my mom as a college student with her own car. They passed away. My dad passed away in 1999. I was 35. And my mom passed away in 2007. And however old that makes me. Did you get everything you needed?
I'll have to get chocolate milk in just a minute.
Okay. Yeah, so I lost a lot of people in the last, in 20 years, everybody died. Just my brother, my sister, my dad, my mom, my dog. So, yeah. Anyway, we got the beet kvass done. Let's put some things away. The 3,000 square feet of plastic wrap. Hun, do you realize I've had this for 3 years?
I thought we bought another one.
Do you realize that we've bought
about a year?
We've had this one. Okay, I thought we.
No, we had either Keiko or Jessica buy us one when they went to Costco.
No, Keiko bought me that one, didn't she?
Maybe the first time, but she bought another one, or Jessica bought one because we did finally run out.
Okay. Well, that blows that, doesn't it?
But it should last for another, year or two?
Honey, look at this.
I got it. It's work here. Yeah.
I only used a quarter cup of red beet kvass just as a starter, and look how red it turned it.
Too bad it doesn't match the temperature outside. It'd be tropical.
Right.
Tomorrow will be nice.
But what? Huh?
Tomorrow's gonna be nice.
Tomorrow, you guys, it's going to be about
65
degrees here, which means
people will be out in shorts and t-shirts.
Everybody will be in shorts and t-shirt, but I'll show you. Now, you guys have been outside with me in our winter, and you know that this was fully covered with snow up to here. I mean, I think it was last weekend it was up to here, right? Our yard was completely covered. Now you can see all the dog poop, but this is still left. So yeah, and so all of this, you guys, all of this is ice, about 6 inches of ice deep. good one, the Stella. Oh, you want to see Stella? That's easy. I just sent her out of the room the other day. There she is. Stella. Stella. There she rests her head right there. Hey, Stella. Stella. Hello. She's an American Bulldog, if you don't know. A lot of people you want a treat? A lot of people confuse her with pit bull. She is not a pit bull. Come here, puppy. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Let's come all the way over here so they can see your big head. Here you go. There's one. And can we do an up, up? Oh, good dog. So she is not a pit bull. She is an American Bulldog. And I would say, to tell you the truth, because I've had another American Bulldog. You guys, I'm kind of touring you around my messy house. But I had another American Bulldog, and her name was Rachel. She was a thoroughbred. If you can see her right there. Oh my goodness, Trish, again, thank you so much. Here's Rachel. And this little peanut is Louise. These two dogs have passed on. But Rachel gets Stella some treats. I will. Rachel was, if you have ever seen, thank you so much, Trish. Let's keep them coming. No, that makes me feel so good. If you've ever seen the movie Homeward Bound, and there was that lumbering white dog, I forgot his name. Let me ask Troy. Maybe you guys know. There she is. Hey, Troy. What was the name of the dog in Homeward Bound? Chance. Thank you. If you had ever seen Chance, that she is of the, yeah, so Chance, the dog in Homeward Bound, was Rachel's mother's brother, came out of the same litter. So you can see how old that picture is. So, Lynx, what's going on? Things I keep saying, baby, that's your sister's hat. You have your own hat. Baby keeps stealing big sister's hat. LOL. I'm so glad you have children. You're good. You're good like that. Got to pour some more. So that's how I know. When I look at Stella, she comes from Georgia. Same state that who's that dog in there? Stella. Same state that Stella came from, same state that Chance came from. So I'm thinking, because they had to say she was an American Bulldog mix. But if you put Stella's face right up next to Rachel's face, the only difference is that Stella's ears, it's the breed. It's the breed. I love babies. I have 3 adult children, nanny too. Oh, I don't love babies. I love other people's babies. I'm very happy to not have any of my own because I teach and I like to come home and have my glass of wine and pet my puppy. And you can't throw a kid in a crate and go out for dinner. I know that sounds cruel. All right, so you guys, we should get working on the TVP. At least get that soaking. So, like I said, we needed to clean up a little bit. So let's do that. What do I need to do? This can still be my garbage bowl. Where do I find my recipe? Okay. This is not my recipe. I'm not ashamed to say that I had to look one up because I don't think, I don't think I've made this recipe since early in our marriage because I was doing a lot of Hungarian and Bohemian things when my husband and I first got together. not realizing that he hated it. So that's why I'm doctoring this up a little bit. Who keeps, oh my goodness, Tim, thank you. I show how much family means to you. Thanks for sharing here. Oh yeah, drama free. We're all drama. A lot of these people, be real. This is a community you might consider joining in terms of getting to know folks and not being in drama or being in drama-free zones. A lot of us in here are from, well, a lot of us are from Carter's Eat. A lot of us are from Daddy Curbs. So Daddy Curbs was my first, Daddy Curbs farm, a homesteading family, was my first like YouTube group that I was a part of. And then I joined their Facebook page, which is The Family. And if you want to kind of get to know a really calm but supportive community, I would check out Daddy Curbs. Now, what I was telling people when I was talking about him in my live stream the other day, what I was telling people is that he's a regular guy. You know, he's a guy with a family. He's got a farm. He's got animals, and he's a homesteader and a beekeeper. And you know, all those communities that people like me who are in the urban setting, we don't really get to. Yes, Lynx Acres, you're from Daddy Curbs, but you're also all in Carter's Eats and all of that too. So we all kind of did this networking thing. But so the communities that I know are in here are Daddy Curbs folks from the family page, Carter's Eat folks, also, so she's got a crazy community of fun people. And then from there, we also have the Boss Life Online or Team Build with Geo, same person. I don't know if I've created my own community yet. Carter's Eat. CARTER''S''EAT. She's a mukbanger, but she also does reviews. She does all this. She's crazy. She is a joy. She is an absolute joy. Daddy Curbs makes stuff. He's super cool. Boss Life Online and team, who is also Team Build with Geo. She creates all these teams to do things on YouTube. So, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to do something, though, if you don't mind, be real. I'm going to take that subbed out of there. I am so glad, not because it's a YouTube thing, and I don't even know if it matters, because I go to channels where they use words like, they use words like, please subscribe. So, but I'm just going to take it out to cover my butt. But yeah, I'm glad. And then Saturday mornings, they have a live show, and it's just they toss beanbags. They talk about the garden build, but it's just really nice community in there. So yes, Tim Turner is from Daddy Curbs. Mama Goonie's from Mama Goonie. Mama Goonie has her community. I never get to catch her lives anymore, but I do catch her videos. And Mama Goonie, don't be mad, but I just press like, and I don't do comments very often because I'm tired and I watch you when I'm going to sleep. Because I have good dreams then. Okay, goulash. I know I saved this. You guys, if you want to follow me on Pinterest, you can see all of my different, I have most of my, so I'm Karen Palman, you can't see that. I'm Karen Palman, Karen Palman, Palmen, on Pinterest. This is where I save all of my ideas, and I also, that's where you can see, I have 121 pins of my, why is that one in there? 125 pins of my videos and my blog. I don't keep up with my blog very well, but if you want to see that, if you want to go over to my page and start following me, you can see where I get my inspirations. So you need this cheesy goulash. That's from delish.com. That's what we're gonna do right now. I'm not even gonna hide it, you guys. I'm talking too much. But let's see what's going on in the chat. Be real. I'm not sure where I am from. Where I'm from. I don't know where I'm from either. I got 12 in the house, 11 thumbs up. What can we do about that? What can we do about that? That. It's 5:05. I better get my, ouch. Oh, gross stickiness. Why did I not think of that? And didn't I say I needed to clean up? I do need to clean up. So how do you like this setup, you guys, where I'm facing you this way and I take you that way and we go over there and we have, instead of me always doing this or having to talk to you like this, I kind of like being able to lean over and tell you what's going on and then chop right here. And that's all because, lighting. When I got my first YouTube check, first thing I bought, lighting. Next thing I'm going to do is get a shotgun microphone, a shotgun microphone for my phone, but I have to wait until I get my new phone, which I think I'm getting it in 2 weeks. But that won't help me on my live stream because I'm still going to live stream from my desktop because I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll finally use my phone. And that also, I want somebody to teach me how to use OBS. I don't even know what it is. It's Streamlabs OBS. Does anybody know of there must be YouTube tutorials about it, right? Sparkling. Oh, nice. Please hit that like button. Oh, Mama Goonie, you are doing your job. Yes. Okay. What did I say I was going to do first? One, put away this. I have one sour stone left. So let's get that put away. Oh, there goes a squirrel. Squirrel. And then let's get that TVP going, which means I will need water. How much TVP do I need? Okay. I have to start. I need shock therapy right about now. I'm thinking like I'm getting frantic because I only have like 50 minutes left to get this recipe done. Well, trying to break stuff. So I got 2 cutting boards here because I think I'm going to need it. This can go away in the refrigerator, as can the ass can. The ass can. No, not the ass can. The ass can. Parsley. Need parsley. Need to get rid of this. Need to get rid of this. You guys, I'm a little frantic. Hey! Okay. I feel a lot better. The as can, yes. As can the whatever I had to put away. We need I needed to get a tripod. Tripods are cheap. And hold on, let me show you, and then I'll get cooking. This tripod is the best. So you film, like, you put your camera in here, right? Or your phone, and you film, and you can film from top shot, film this way. You can turn it around if you want to see yourself. You can turn it around that way. It goes to 8 feet tall. This is the smallest it gets, so it is not a selfie stick. I don't know what brand it is though, but it has a bendy neck, and I got it from Amazon. I think it might have been $29. This is the first one I got. And what's cool about it is this stretches as wide as an iPad, so you could make it as wide as an iPad. And on this side, you have a phone. You have the phone. And then you can take this off. I don't know why you would do that, but you can. Now, can I get it back on? And then you can use it as a selfie stick, just like this. I, at one point, had taken 2 legs and did like this, you know, which is kind of weird, but that's okay, it worked. And then another time when I was filming water, I took the legs and wrapped it around the pipe of an outgoing water stream into a river like that. So this one, Troy got this for me. This was my first tripod. And these are really strong, as is the, whichever way you tilt it. So this is a UB size tripod 5. Let's see if you can see that. UB size tripod 5. Yeah, the only thing is, once you've bent the legs, you guys, you have to work really hard to try to get things even again. So, but this one is really nice. So I would use it this way. When I first started filming, I would put this up here and I would talk to it right there. So it worked really well. So let me go put this back. Let me get the TVP. Texturized vegetable protein, because we are being more vegetarian and using less animal products. You know what that means. Hold on. Stella, why don't you go lay down? You had a good walk. Go lay down. Go lay down. All right, I'm coming back. TVP. Okay. It was real popular in the 80s with campers. Then there was that scare about soy, where people were like, soy's bad for you. It's going to turn men into women. They're going to grow breasts because of all the estrogen. It's bad for... It's bad for women because it has too much estrogen, blah, 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 blah. Well, it turns out, if that were true, all of Asia would have cancer and all the men would have breasts. An OBS video you used. Okay, so you use OBS? Yes, you now have pea protein options too. Yeah, but I'm really loving the TVP. I am really loving the TVP because I found things to help me flavor it. And it absorbs flavors so well. Anyway, it turns out that all the stuff about the estrogen was untrue. And it was actually something started and repeated by Men's Magazine. The animal protein advocates out there, meaning the animal industry, started a rumor about soy and texturized soy products, tofu, TVP, anything that was getting people to stop eating meat. And Men's Magazine picked that up and went with it. They soon learned that they were very wrong. Darn it, I'm trying to see the chat. They soon learned they were very wrong, but didn't issue any sort of retraction or apology for 6 years. And by that time, the damage had been done and people stopped. I mean, TVP became just kind of, oh yeah, that's so 80s. Fake news, yep. Gotta love big age propaganda, yep. Yes, I have a link in the tutorial watch. Okay, I can't wait for that. Age, not age, yep. They don't care, yep. So, you guys, if you have, here's the truth. If you have any vegan questions that you want to ask, Stacy Turner is your person. She has answered so many questions for me. Now, Stacy knows that I have decided that I'm going to be more vegetarian vegan, meaning I'm going to be vegan at times, but mostly vegetarian, because I feel better that way. I also am going to, I am not giving up my chicken stock that I make because it's what helped me get me through the flu. And I also know where the parts come from that, the parts come from when I make my chicken stock. And if you want to know, I make it from chicken feet. I know where those feet come from. I know the farmer. I know the farm. And I know that those chickens are treated ethically. They're allowed to live a full life before they give up their feet or anything else for that matter. So that's something that's when I decided, well, you know, there are some things that I want to keep in my diet. And so we're working on a more plant-based diet. We are more vegetarian these days. We did have meats in the freezer, and after a certain time, you know, we don't want to. I don't want to disrespect the animals so much that gave up his life that I throw it out without eating it. So we're almost done with all the meat in our freezer. But I am not opposed to buying ethically grown eggs. Like I went to the duck farm. Oh my God, I'm not doing any cooking. I went to the duck farm last week and got 3 dozen eggs. That makes me very happy because I can't eat chicken eggs. If you don't know, I'm allergic to chicken eggs. But I can eat duck eggs because a duck isn't a chicken. And I gotta get to work. And so, any vegan questions? Your person is Stacy Turner. She has a wealth of knowledge. She made a life choice to become a vegan for health reasons, I believe. And she and her husband, Tim Turner, who is in here, I don't know if he still is. I'm not ethical vegan. I am eating whole plant-based diet. Yes, she's not an ethical, I understand that. The reason I was going to go vegan was for ethical reasons. But I am ethical. I am thinking ethically about whatever animal proteins I'm going to bring into my diet because I cannot support the meat industry as it is. It's too cruel and it's scary. Okay. Cup. Let me check. Oh, you guys, I gotta stop talking. I just have to look something up. I just said, how do I rehydrate, right? And what happened was, how do I rehydrate my dog? Okay. All right, so I just need a cup of, I knew this was true. I need a cup of water and a cup of TVP. Actually, it said 7/8 of a cup. There we go. And I'm going to put, because I want my TVP to have a lot of flavor, 1 teaspoon goes with 8 ounces of the Better Than Bouillon No Beef base. Okay. So, oh, and that's something we're not eating at all. Troy and I are not eating beef at all. We didn't have any in our freezer. So I'm not going to do 1 teaspoon. I'm going to do 2 because I want the TVP to really soak up the flavor. So 80s. Yes, it is so 80s. You're so right. So 80s. TVP. But it used to be a camping thing, and then it became more of a meat option. When I went camping with Harriet, we have to go pick up Teen and her friends' Sounds of Music. I'll catch the rest of the replay. Okay. Lynx Acres, I have to look at that real quick. Sorry. Okay. This stuff, you guys, is so good. Tastes great. Okay, I have to look at what folks said here. Okay, so you should check out eatwild.com, and they have recommended farms all over, including in their area and from ethically and regeneratively both meats, eggs, vegetables, and probably some grains too. Excellent. Thank you for the information. So let me get this boiling. We're going to put this over on the stove. Get that stirred in. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Once we get the TVP soaking, we will start cutting the vegetables. Stacy Turner, thank you for coming. Yes. Later, Stacy. Yes. Love you, Miss Karen. We gotta go. That's fine, Tim. See you later. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the super chat. It meant everything to me. All of it means everything. You all are so cool. Thanks for staying for hours. Did I get this all wiped out? I did not. Strike a pose. Okay. So I'll get that boiling. Once it's boiling, a cup of TVP. So here's what this looks like. And it's super light. It's $2.99 a pound. It tastes like virtually nothing. Oh, you can't even see it. It tastes like virtually nothing. But when it rehydrates, it has a really nice, meaty texture. So I'm all in. One of my goals, you guys, is to take TVP and somehow make not a vegan meatball, but make vegetarian meatballs with duck eggs out of this and see what happens. I've heard that it can taste really good. So I've seen a lot of recipes. Oh, my nose. The nose knows. Where'd my Kleenex goes? Hold on 1 second. Yos. You are my sunshine. My only sunshine. You make me happy. When skies are gray. I'm so weird. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Pinterest. Okay, so I'm going to have that as my ground beef. I need garlic. It calls for, you guys, if it calls for 2 cloves of garlic, you must use 5. That's That's usually my, and they can't be small. That's usually my motto. If it calls for 2, use 5. What? If you don't like garlic, don't use much. Ghost, hey, nice. I know. Eat chicken, but okay. I eat chicken, but lately veggie and rice, pasta. I was a vegetarian years ago. I don't know why I stopped. You know, I will tell you why. Another reason I didn't go fully vegan, is because I couldn't figure out how to get enough of what I needed. I always felt like I was. Now I did it for 6 weeks. So I did the veganuary, you know, getting people to eat more plant-based diets. So 5. There we go. I did it for 6 weeks, and I was like, okay, let's do something else. Okay, we're boiling, you guys. So let's get the TVP in there. Okay, and I'll show you what this looks like, so you don't have to guess. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm hoping you can see. Yep. See that? It's just absorbing all that flavor. And I'm going to cover this up. It smells like beef broth. I don't want it to... Okay, get the lid on there so it doesn't... We don't want any more liquid to evaporate. Get that off to the side. So there we go. Being ovo-lacto is my goal this year. What is ovo-lacto? See, I'm all about this. Love, Miss Karen, we gotta go. Yes, we knew that. Nice rhymes. For the times. All right. We're gonna need an onion. We have this. I can put that off to the side. I need this. I'm gonna need parsley. We'll put this here. We have our organic. We're gonna use organic tomato sauce. I'm gonna use roasted tomatoes. I couldn't find any organic paste this time, or tomato paste, so I'm just using Hunt's. I will be okay. I'm not gonna die. We're gonna use, as Andrew Zimmern says, paprika. I'm gonna add some red pepper flakes in there. Some poultry seasoning. Wait, I'm not supposed to add poultry seasoning. I'm supposed to add Italian seasoning. What am I thinking? So since we don't have any of that, we can go not pickle. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. So I do I have parsley? I have dill seed. I thought I had parsley. Celery. Sorry guys, you know, this part I should have been more prepared for, but I don't know why I grabbed poultry seasoning instead of, well, I'm going to be just fine. I'm going to have rosemary, a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of basil, a little bit of oregano, a little bit of sage, a little bit of thyme. Parsley, sage, no, basil, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I like that. Basil, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Did you ever hear the thing about letting garlic sit for 10 minutes after mincing it? Yes. The reason for that is, and that's why I smash it. The reason, and let it sit off to the side, it releases the allicin. The allicin is the thing that has all the good stuff in it for you. So I smash it and crack that open. When I smash it, yeah, my hands are going to smell lovely. Yeah, it releases something called allicin. Not my niece Allison. She's been released. But that has all the good stuff in it for you. And if you let it sit, it develops and grows, and it's healthier for you. So there's my 2 cloves of garlic, all 5 of them. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to move that off to the side so that they can sit there and start developing that allicin. Oh, I love that I don't have to wear gloves today. This is wonderful. Why am I not wearing gloves? Because I'm not doing anything red today. Except for it will be red. Parsley, 15-ounce cans, and a yellow medium onion. Okay, so I have a huge onion. I'm going to use half of this. Why don't I go to the recipe then? Where's my knife? Where's my knife? I'll get another one. Okay. Okay, so it didn't take me there. Let's go there. How about we go there, guys? Oh, there it is. Okay, can I have that recipe, please? Can you let me? I followed it. I don't want to follow you. I want the dang recipe. Thank you. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm going to chop my onion. What did I miss in the chat? Oh, allicin. A-L-I-S-O-N. And you know what? I'll take the time right now, because I can. I will look it up for you. So, garlic, allicin. Allicin, A-L-L-I-C-I-N. Benefits, okay. We'll go to Wikipedia because I trust some of their stuff. I never let my children use it. Okay, allicin is an organosulfur compound obtained from garlic, a species of the Alicaceae. It was first, I don't care. Allicin is oily, slightly yellowish liquid. Structure and occurrence, research history, not interested in Wikipedia anymore. Let us go to the benefits, side effect, and dosage. Okay. Uses, take allicin supplement. We're not going to do that. Health benefits. Many scientific studies have shown that the allicin in garlic may offer a variety of health benefits, such as better blood pressure control and prevention of arteriosclerosis. So that's sclerosis of the arteries. While research on the specific health effects of allicin is fairly limited, there is some evidence that using allicin supplements may offer certain beneficial effects. Okay, lowering cholesterol, lowering blood pressure, muscle soreness, which I have a lot of right now because I was doing a lot of African this week. You know, and then that's not what African looks like, you guys. Side effects, heartburn. So it's good for blood and it's good for cholesterol. So it's good for blood pressure, and muscle soreness. Okay, so we know that now. Let me look at the chat real quick. Well, Bax, my love for garlic. Yes. Eat garlic, eat garlic, eat garlic. Eat garlic and onions and eat them together. There's a reason that happens. Okay. All right. Let me get back to my recipe. I'm going to use half that onion. I'm going to chop it. Why did it? Okay, here we go. I'm going to use the bigger half. Try not to waste a lot of that onion. This is a nice fat Vidalia onion, sweet onion. I love Vidalia onions, but sometimes they peel funny, and so I end up losing some of it. So let's go ahead and chop this, and I want you to see that process. Stop that. I don't want that commercial. It's almost time for more kefir. Oh, so I gotta tell you something. Last week, I stepped out of my room. I had my kefir water, my mango kefir water sitting at my desk. I come back in. There is a child sitting at my desk drinking the rest of my kefir water, even after I had been drinking it. What? He's like, here, you can have it back. No. Boundaries. Boundaries for realies. Come on now. Ooh, this is going to be good. So this week, I'm making a lot of foods my mother made because if we go on strike, I will be losing over $300 a day. So that's a lot of money. And in everything, everything I do, during school, whatever, it's a lot of money. So I decided to buy foods in bulk, like TVP, and do things that my mom did for a big family, because she had 6 kids under 10. And you know the story of me, right? She didn't ask for me. She didn't even know I was coming. My dad one day said to her, oh, by the way, we're going down to the cities tomorrow and picking up a foster child. My mom was like, what? Are you kidding me? He said, no, I want to do something for the movement. And so I was a part of a program called the Permanent Home Plan. The Permanent Home Plan for Unadoptable Children, because I was brown. Brown kids were not adoptable. We were mixed. It was not possible. It was not possible to adopt mixed children. They had to be put in foster care if they were given up. So my mom, at that time, the only person that had to sign those papers was the father, not the mother. So my dad, 3 weeks earlier, had decided he had seen a brown baby in the community in Glenwood, Minnesota, and said to the woman who had brought him into the home, said, hey, where do you get one of those? Now, I've heard this story from 4 different adults. My nose is red. I've heard this story from 4 different adults who were either in that conversation or in the conversation where my mother was finding out, or the social worker whom brought me out to my mother. So anyway, Permanent Home Plan for Unadoptable Children. My parents drove down to the cities in the middle of a snowstorm. The social worker brings out a poster about this big of about 200 babies. And she says, which one do you want? And my mother she's still in shock that she's getting another kid. She's got 9 kids, or she's got 5 kids already under 10. What is she going to do with the 6th one? So my mom, thankfully, my mom said, I don't know, just bring me a healthy child. Just bring me a healthy child. And I guess I got out of the crib. I just threw onion at you. Ran right into my mom's arms. 6 months old, didn't know, I never learned to crawl, didn't even know how to walk, but I could run. No, don't eat that. That's an onion. No. Hold on, you guys. I don't want the dog to eat the onion. Onions are bad for dogs. So, at one point, well, the laws changed, obviously. And the laws changed, obviously. But the thing that really happened was that my mom and dad were going to move to Iowa, so my dad could get another minister's position. And in order to do that, they couldn't take me out of the state, but my dad had been offered the job. And so they went ahead and did the adoption. Shawana, hi, how are you? We are working, right now we're working on the Hungarian Goulash. What? Yes. So I was adopted at 8 years old. I have a picture of me standing next to a judge like this. I didn't know what was going on because I already thought these were my sisters and brothers. I had no idea I was a foster child until I thought I had always been adopted. I didn't know I was a foster child until my sister Annette mentioned it to me when I was 14, when I was really annoying her. I guess she thought I was going to go back because I was a foster child, but then I was adopted. Anyway, there in Iowa, my dad has been offered the job, but one of the things ministers have to do, okay, Stella, okay. One of the things that ministers have to do is have their wives introduced to the community, and they go to the ladies' club. Okay, so this is a Presbyterian church in the 70s. They go to the ladies' club and in the church. And one of the things that my mother was told, they were hoping that I could go back because they didn't want a nigger in their congregation. My mother, being the wonderful woman she was, marched out of that room, found my father, and said, "You are not taking this job." Is it like this? I love my mom. She told my father, "We are not moving to Iowa. You are not taking this job." And she later told him why. And he didn't really believe it wasn't that serious, but my mom was like, "We are staying here. You are finding a job here. You are not. This is not going to happen." Show that muscle, mama. That's where I got it. Now, I'm a little more timid than my mother is. I am. I tend to fall into victimhood because I had a lot of trauma also in my family. It's a minister's family. Everybody hides something, right? I need to cut up some parsley, and then we're going to get working on the goulash. Oh, this is really pretty parsley. Got this from Whole Foods too. Just enough to sprinkle on top. Oh gosh. Parsley, it's falling all over. Come on, Karen. So, yeah, I'm a little more timid because I experienced some victimization. And even today, you guys, yes, I just picked that off the floor and put it into my pile of parsley because it's my house and my kitchen, and I know how dirty the floor is. But I experienced a lot of victimization, and even to this day, as a 55-year-old woman, I struggle with standing up for myself. But if I'm standing up for other people, that's no problem. If like the whole union thing, perfect for me because I'm standing up for my brothers and sisters. But if somebody comes at me, like I had this person say something really awful to me about not being a mother, and I didn't have a right to feel a certain way because I didn't have children. I felt that was done to me in front of a number of other people. And I just walked out of the room, and then this person came to find me later, and don't you know, I gave him a hug, forgave him, and said, you know, I understand you're under a lot of stress, which is exactly what a victim does. It makes the perpetrator feel better. So I kicked myself, but here's what I won't do. I won't have a conversation with that person again. But so victimization that happens in your young life you'll struggle. Some people say, oh yeah, I left that in the past, but I bet you there are bits of their personality that it crops up. That abuse somehow has affected, because it changes your brain, you know, and then you have to go through years of counseling. Ugh. But I am not alone. I am a woman. And I bet you anything, there is another woman in this chat right now who has been victimized and who is still dealing with the ramifications of that abuse. So I actually shared this story, some of the story, with my colleagues yesterday, and they had no idea. They just thought I was a little bit sensitive, but they had no idea why I would react some ways and then not other ways. And, you know, I was a little bit confounding to them. But after I explained to them who I am, where I come from, the experiences I've had, they're like, oh my God, you've experienced so much trauma. I'm like, yes, I have. And I own it, and I'm trying to fix it. And, you know, now you know, right? What's going on in the chat? I was bullied in grammar school and it affected me. It took years to realize that and say it without feeling embarrassed, and wasn't my fault. And I was an unhealthy relationship victim again. Yep. That's okay. What happened? I missed it. Oh, Shawana, I was just talking about, you didn't miss anything. Who's in here? I started talking and I didn't. Okay, Shawana, I was talking about when I was young, from about the age of 2 to 8 years old, I was victimized. I don't want to talk about the abuse. I'm sure you can imagine. You just take, you know, what happens to little girls in big families. And if you can imagine, I was adopted, so they didn't, or I wasn't adopted, I was a foster kid. Some of the folks didn't really see me as family. So what do you do with family? You do whatever you want. Or what do you do with people that aren't your family? You do whatever you want. And you probably won't get in trouble, which they didn't. Okay. I don't know whether to... Oh, you know what? We can't have goulash. Not yet. We gotta have my favorite, we gotta make my favorite pasta. So you know I'm gluten-free too, because I can't eat wheat. There's a whole story behind that. I wasn't victimized. I just got really sick and had lots of antibiotics, and it killed my ability to deal with wheat and eggs. So Modern Table is the closest I've ever come to wheat pasta, and it tastes great. It is made from red lentil flour, white rice, and pea protein. Pea protein is the thing these days. It gets you so close to both dairy and wheat. So, oh, and here's my TVP. So it looks just like, ground beef. I will attest it does not smell like ground beef right now, but it needs to absorb the flavors of the other ingredients, including the parsley, sage, rosemary, including the spices I'm going to put on it. So let's get, okay. Got me talking, you guys. Got me talking. And you know, I'm not ashamed to talk about that part of me. Sometimes it's too much for folks to handle. It really is. My brother stutters, and I know he struggles. Okay. Hey! Happy. House, but yep. What happened? I missed it. Be real. I was bullied. Yep. It's quite a girl because my stuttering issues. You stuttered? Be real. Thankful. Okay. I was a quiet girl because of my stuttering issues. You know, go mom, right? You can hear it still. I think that another thing that happens is the ability to articulate one's feelings when you've been victimized. And I think that's why sometimes I start to talk and people say, oh, your brain is moving too fast. No, I'm like sorting through the layers to make sure that what I'm saying is okay, which is craziness. Okay, I am trying to decide whether I want 2 or 1. Why don't I make both and then I can have 2 meals if I need to. Also, you guys, if you ever make your own pasta, don't salt the pasta itself, salt the water and salt it intensely. Unless you are dealing with salt issues, blood pressure issues, and the like. So I got that going. I need a lid on it. Where's my lid? Where is it? I lost it. See, should be called Where Is That Thing? You guys, I can't wait to taste that beet kvass with you. I haven't used orange slices in my beets for a long time. I need a different pan. This is the wrong one. It's not big enough. Oh, the puppy's outside. Oh, we don't want to do that. John, it is Happy. It's so nice to have you here. I'm trying to break stuff. It really is nice to have you here. At one point earlier, we were talking about Stella. Okay, can you stay inside now? Is it all right you stay inside? Okay. So at one point, Happy, we were talking about the different communities that we come from in this chat, and there's the Daddy Curbs community, which you're a part of. There's the Carter's Eat community that a lot of other people are part of. There's the Boss Life Online Team Build, who is also Team Build on YouTube. And all of these, I love that all of these communities are coming together to be a part of my Sunday night lives, or Sunday? What day is it? Saturday. My Saturday lives. Oh God, it's almost 6 and I'm not done. Oh my. Okay. I'm getting there. See, really all we have to do, while we wait for the water to boil, let's make our spice blend, but also grate our cheese. So, nose itches. Cheese grater. We will grate our cheese. Nope. You can't come in anymore. Sorry, puppy. You can't come in anymore. Put this off to the side. That's such, you guys, the parsley, the flat leaf parsley smells so good. Okay. Then I'm going to do a little bit of cheddar. I'm making real easy supper, packaged beer battered fish and potato wedges. You know what? You do that, Mama. Sometimes you gotta go. Oh, what am I doing? Sometimes you really have to go easy. That's why I make big Saturday meals like I have, because with the big Saturday meals, this is basically going to be a goulash hot dish, which we call casserole in Minnesota. So yeah, goulash hot dish. What am I saying? Oh, that's why I make big Saturday meals, so that on Thursdays, sometimes Wednesdays too, we do leftover night. And then I also get to take all of this. I get to take all of this as leftovers to school. And that has become very important since I have after school dance, and I'm dancing a lot because I get super hungry. And then we're getting ready to have this dance concert in May. I know it sounds like that's a long way off, but it really isn't when you don't have anything choreographed. I have nothing choreographed. Okay, if you haven't thumbs it up in my live stream yet, please do so. Please do so. Okay, just a little bit more. I'm all about the cheese. Then I'll do the spice blend next. All about that cheese. Okay, there we go. That's going to be perfect. How's your practicing going?
Kind of slow, but it's all right.
Are you tired?
Not really that tired.
Okay. Okay. All right, so that's enough cheese. Let's put that off to the side. Cooking burgers on the grill tonight with organic grass-fed beef while it's warm today here. Excellent. You know, try and I grill all year round. We obviously have been grilling less because we've been eating less meat, but we did our nice vegan experiment, and then we're more vegetarian, but we're not. You need to leave, Stella. Stella, go. We are not going to be vegan. I think I explained that. It's okay. It's totally okay. It was a nice experiment. I really enjoyed myself, but let's get that spice blend going. And okay, so I'm just gonna make, I don't have any Italian seasoning, so I'm gonna make my own. I could use poultry seasoning, but that's too heavy on something. Oregano. No, that's the basil. Where's my thing? Okay, I'm just gonna do is that a teaspoon? Nope, that's a half teaspoon. I'm gonna do a teaspoon of basil. That's for the sweet side of that. I'm going to do a half teaspoon of sage. Sage to me is very powerful, almost too much. I'm going to do a half teaspoon of rosemary. I'm just making this up. Go away. Go away, Stella. Yes, go away. Thyme, yes. I'm going to do a teaspoon of thyme. Going to do a teaspoon of oregano. Yep. And then I'm going to get this in the magic bullet. I'll let you go over there with me. Yep. And then I'll add the everything seasoning to go with it. Oh. So this is what it looks like before it's blended up. Let's get it blended up. Parsley. I have to stop singing that or the Beatles are going to come after me. No. Art Garfunkel. Simon and Garfunkel will come after me, right? Isn't it the Simon and Garfunkel? Yeah. Okay. Wine box. Here you come. I have to plug in here soon anyway. There's my, aha. Okay, can you see me? All right. So we will turn off that light, put this one on. There we go. I love the magic bullet for that reason alone. It's fast and it's small and it is really easy. Okay. All right. I wish you could smell it. The rosemary kind of blossomed in there. Put this here. And then we will add a teaspoon of everything seasoning, maybe 2 teaspoons. So what we have, if you don't know, everything seasoning is a tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of pepper, tablespoon of garlic, granulated garlic, and a teaspoon of granulated onion. And then I made my Italian seasoning by using a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of a teaspoon of thyme, a half teaspoon of ground sage, and I don't know what I did, half teaspoon of rosemary. So altogether, there is my Italian seasoning now. Okay. Let's get from here, you guys. What am I doing? Where's the lid? There it is. All right. Okay. What did I do? This? Okay. All right. That goes back up here. Okay. We're going to bring you over here with a wine box so we can get to work on this up here. Wow. Can you see? Yeah. Okay. All right. What kind of oil do I want to use? Okay. This is what I don't like about husbands. What am I going to do with that? Nothing. I got to get my olive oil. Okay, I'll fill this up later. I'm just going to use my olive oil. I buy this from Whole Foods for, I think, $23, and it lasts me a half year. Got too many pots and pans up here. Yeah. Okay, now we're ready. Hold on. I'm struggling here, you guys. Can't go wrong with diamond matches, right? Don't tell me. I can't tell you why that doesn't work sometimes. It just doesn't. So we have to be okay with that. Where did I put my oil? Oh. Golly. So that's about 3 tablespoons of oil. My water's boiling, so I'm going to get this in there right away. So hold off on the garlic, get the onion in there. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't sizzle right away. Just get it in there. Water's boiling. Where's my modern table? Ah! You know, this stuff happens happens. My glasses are... Okay, I have to salt the water. Small kitchen, you guys. Super salted, about 3 tablespoons. Modern table goes in, and I cook for... I go for 5 to 6 minutes because it's going to go right away into... it's going to go into the goulash, which is going to finish cooking it. Okay? Here we go. Let's see, I can use my TVP spoon. There we go. Try a candle. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my God, same. Good. I'm glad somebody else has that problem. Sincerely yours, Nadia. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. Sorry I didn't see you earlier. I'm not from a Grab's grocery, but I definitely follow you, but you knew that. I certainly did, sincerely. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry I didn't say anything to you. I feel kind of guilty. I love that. I love people. Yes, I'm going to use the same spoon to stir my pasta. Oh, the garlic. I should put this on. You know what? I may go ahead and have a glass of wine if that's all right with you. This is not intended for children. And it's after 6 o'clock. And I'm going to have to plug in here in a little bit, but I have so we're going to get this made, you guys. I just talked so much today, especially about my mom and, So I'm going to let you watch that for a minute. I'm going to go get my extension cord. Oh, that's going to boil over. Okay. Let me know if that boils over. Hold on. Okay, one more thing, and then we're good. Got to get my charger. I'm plugging in. There we go. We should be good to go now. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm back. Thank you for that pause. Got to turn that back up. I never chop my garlic into small pieces because I don't. The Allison is going in there. I'm getting all the health benefits, but I want to be able to pluck it out. I don't want it to just taste like. Understand? Thanks. What? It's time. Oh, okay. So. I'm okay, Roger. Jagger. No, I'm not. You and your Jagger link sakers. What is that? I can't drink it. As a matter of fact, where'd my Kleenex go? Where'd it go? As a matter of fact, I was super tired yesterday. super tired, and oh, I just splashed myself in the face with hot water. Super tired yesterday, and okay, let me clear this. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes. Had, I think, 3 glasses of wine, and I fell asleep talking to my husband. I was still talking, but I was asleep. So me and alcohol don't get along very well anymore. I mean, certainly not hard liquor. Wine, it's fine. All right. Put you back here for a second. Yeah, I believe in box wine. And this is a brand of box wine I would recommend. Naked Grape is decent. I am a box wine drinker. That's okay. Enjoy yourself. I like your hard liquors. I don't like beer. Thank you. If Wine and Dine with Jeff can drink wine on his channel, so can I. And have you guys been over to see Wine and Dine with Jeff? If you haven't, you have to. Let's fill up that glass. He has so many subscribers. I mean, he does a video a week. I don't think he's ever done a live stream. And if he has, I haven't gotten the notifications, but people watch his videos. People watch his videos. I'm still struggling to get 40 people to watch my videos. You know, I mean, it's a niche market. I mean, fermentation, gluten, and the diets, you know, gluten-free and all that. Gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian, egg-free. So I do the diets. Like today is a vegetarian diet or a vegetarian one. Oh yeah, that's done. I don't even need to wait. But so he does just easy gourmet at home. I kind of wish I could do that, but I can't. I don't have the ability to let me get rid of this before I put this pan down. Whoa! Did I get the screen or just me? No, it looks like I just got me. Okay. His recipes are accessible, and they're also, oh, I got to get this off before it goes bad. They're accessible, but they're also gourmet, and he has really good production. His editing is beautiful. I think my editing is okay with the program I'm using. I'm using iMovie. I did buy Final Cut. It's a learning curve. So I actually bought a tutorial from, what is that? Oh, I forgot what it is. Anyway, I bought it, something share. What is that tutorial site where you can take classes? Something share, not SlideShare. I forgot. Ooh, got to turn that down. Got all excited and started burning stuff. Okay, that has some good color on it. Good. Let's rinse the. I'm just going to cool this down so it stops cooking. Oh, that's why it sticks now. Okay. So you guys, these noodles, you would not be able to tell that these are not wheat noodles. And the texture, perfect. It's got that al dente bite, just like you would expect in a wheat flour or a wheat noodle. Move over here. Turn this one off. This one back on. It just spit out food on it. Okay. All right. So I want to get my tomato sauce in there and my canned tomatoes. After I get that in there, I'll put some... Oh, I got to get my tomato paste in there first. Thank you for your patience as I scoot through my tiny kitchen. That's a great way to lose it. I'll do it down here really quick, and then I'll come back up and scoop it in. Wow, that's interesting. Oh, sister. Okay. I go down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Oh, Lord, show me the way. I hope that's not a copyrighted song. I don't think it is, because it's been a gospel tune forever. Oh, sister, let's go down. Good. Good enough. Let's go down. Don't you want to come down? Get that toasted a little bit. I tried really hot rice wine. Very nice sushi place at Winnipeg once. You know what, Linksakers? I do not like. So I think that's sake. Hot sake is a rice wine. I don't like sake cold, hot. But I have discovered that I really like sake martinis. Yeah. But I have to be careful because they're just as strong. Tomato paste going down. Let's make sure you can see that. This is tomato sauce. You know, I don't normally use tomato sauce. I usually make my own. But I needed to save some time. I didn't want to spend 6 hours in the chat, you know, having you watch me make tomato paste. I can do that as a video. I have made red sauce before. Ooh, it's roasted, so it's got roasted stuff. Oh, yes. Nice. Okay. I'm going to throw the TVP in. As you see, it looks very much like hamburger. Now, you could use Morningstar crumbles as well. But one of the things I don't like about Morningstar crumbles is the sodium is so high. It's so high, you can't use any other kind of salt. Let's bring the wine box over here so you can watch. And I think I can. Oh, I'm so slow, you guys. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And those of you who gave me a super chat, super thumbs up to you. Any support to this channel is wonderful. It'll help me. Any support will help me improve this channel. That is not e-begging. That is the truth. There are several ways that you can support my channel. You can use the Cash App. You can go to my Patreon page and become my first patron. You get nothing special for being a patron. I am a full-time teacher, so I don't have a lot of time to, can you see my face? I don't have a lot of time to do that page, but it is another way to support me. How else? I don't have a PayPal that you can do. You can go, I will have Amazon links in the chat. After this is over, I'll put my Amazon links attached to the see, I can't talk. I will put my Amazon links, the things that I commonly buy, in the description below after this is over. I just didn't have time to do it beforehand. So anyway, several ways to support. Look forward to anything that, and thank you in advance for anything that you want to donate. So with that said, that's sometimes the uncomfortable things that I need to say. Because do you have a Robin Hood and a wee bowl? No, I don't, Lynx Acres. I have, it's hot. Yeah, no, I don't. Okay, so this is what this looks like so far. So it looks like a spaghetti sauce, right? Now we need to add before we put our pasta in. So that's about 3 teaspoons of the, you can't be here. I love you. You must go away, Stella. I will give you a TREAT after, so go away, go away. Okay, I'm gonna need to taste this for flavor to see if it needs any more salt or pepper before I put my pasta in there. This to me looks like, The Italian seasoning is perfect, but what we're missing, we need more salt and I need red pepper flake. So that was about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Look at this. This is not even burger, you guys. This is TVP. Look at that. Can you tell that's not hamburger? And it's flavored because I did the beef broth or because I used this to season the TVP. No beef base. It tastes just like burger. And with much less sodium than Morningstar crumbles. Of course, you can do the same recipe with a pound of beef. You don't have to go vegetarian on it. You could do a pound of beef, a pound of ground turkey, a pound of ground chicken. But this is my preferred method today. And I did like the roasted tomatoes. Let's taste this one more time. Then we'll get our pasta in there and our cheese. And we should be good to go. You guys, we will have finished a meal on my live chat. Live stream. That's goulash. It is. And it's easy. And the spice mix, you guys. I'm gonna do a video, like a 2-minute video about how to make this spice blend. I just made it up on the spot. Just have to write it down right afterwards. Okay. Noodles. I was debating whether I was gonna use them all, but I am. Because, you guys, this is poverty food. When you have 6 kids under 10 years old, or the youngest gets to be 8 and you have an 18-year-old all the way down to an 8-year-old, and you're trying to feed them on $20,000 a year, you're going to be making stuff like this. My mom made this all the time. That and shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie was kind of a treat, though. This and she did chicken casserole. She did chicken. Okay, I got to show you this, you guys. She did chicken casserole. She did any kind of casserole. Oh, and on Easter, they got a whole leg of lamb, a whole one, like one this big. And she would roast that, and it would be so good. Or when she would get the big packages, big, huge packages of pork chops. And she would do fall off the bone, baked pork chops, where she seasoned them so well, or they were so good that you were pulling the bones apart to get the last little bit. And oh my God, amazing. Amazing. It is good, Mama Goonie. It is so good. All right, we're gonna put the cheese in there. We're gonna taste it for flavor again. And then I think we're done, you guys. But let's get the cheese in there. And the parsley. Don't forget the parsley. Okay. I'm gonna put this down like this because I'm gonna bring the cheese over like this. So this is not traditional. The pepper jack cheese and the cheddar are not traditional. This becomes more of a Minnesota hot dish. Now, my mom did make it with cheese. My mom loved cheese. I would suggest you guys that you grate your own cheese. I don't know if you know, but when you buy grated cheese that's grated already, it has cellulose in it as an anti-caking agent. Well, cellulose is wood pulp. It's not bad for you, but just know that it's wood pulp. Okay, one more thing. I want red pepper flake. Troy and I like a lot of heat, and we're in love with not a lot of heat. Oh my God, no. We still are Minnesotan. But there we go. Oh, nice and oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, it is time. It is time. It is time. West Side Story. Look at the cheese all over the side. Okay, I want to bring it back over here where there's more light. I'm going to turn that way down. Oh no, am I freezing? Something tells me it's that time, and I'm going to start buffering soon because, you know, it's YouTube. All right. Okay, first things first. Here is my, and I didn't cut up my parsley, but I'm going to cut up some on the side here. I know this fresh parsley is just going to add wonders to it. So, oh my Jesus, God in heaven. That fresh parsley. Hungarian Goulash. How can it be Hungarian goulash without paprika? So I'll just sprinkle some on top because that's where it goes anyway. Okay, and that is truly Hungarian paprika. Paprika, as Andrew Zimmern would say. Okay. This is not a mukbang. I'm just tasting. Can I just say I love me? Oh! I've got a... It's a live stream. Okay, I'll be right. I gotta go put this away. Okay. So it's got enough heat, and the paprika brings it an earthiness for real. The cheese makes it seem very Minnesotan or Wisconsin. I can't tell that that's not beef. The pasta is perfectly done. There's just the perfect amount of lots of garlic. I cracked myself up. So there's lots of garlic. Perfect. I just got a big bite. Can't wait to breathe on my husband. It's a simple dish. It's tomatoes, tomato sauce. We used roasted tomatoes. We used pepper jack cheese. We used cheddar cheese. Traditionally, it would be Parmesan or no cheese. We did sprinkle some of that parsley on top, fresh parsley on top. Wish you would post your links on your live stream page on YouTube as well. I will, John. I didn't have time to do that today. And I have to go back and I have to optimize a lot of my stuff. So I will do that, Happy. Teresa, I'm never going to be able to cook now without saying lots of garlic. You got to have lots of garlic. If you're gonna have if you love garlic, you got to have lots of garlic. If you're gonna have garlic, have lots of garlic. If you don't like garlic, don't use it. So, cheers, you guys. This is delicious, and thank you so much for sticking through both the beet kvass, looking at the apple cider vinegar with its nice new mother or pellicle, and then your walk down memory lane with me with the pictures of my parents. And then we did this together, and it's delicious. I think it's time to get off because I've been going for 2.5 hours and I don't want to do any more of that to you. So thank you so much. I want to remind you guys to sustain your body and mind with good food and good thoughts. I want you to focus on your dreams. I am focusing on not striking this week. Please reach. That's my focus. And finally, seek tranquility. If you can seek tranquility, if you can find tranquility, you will experience love, hope, and joy. So you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me, okay? If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Right? Most of you have. Not worried about it. So John, love you, love you, love you. Thank you. John, I'm sorry. Happy. Mama Goonie. Jesse Powers. Oh, thank you. It's the same as, it's my logo. So my husband said, since you paid so dang much for it, he said it differently than that. So effing much for it, you better wear it during your live streams. And he certainly didn't sound like that because he's a white boy from Minnesota who lived on the east side of Minnesota. So, you know, he said, no, he didn't even say that. He's funny. I love my husband. Okay, I gotta go. Thank you so much. I had a great time today. Peace, love, joy, sustenance, focus, tranquility. Bye-bye. Oh, did I just stick my finger in my nose?